sometimes I sign these pieces of legislation and I think, what were they doing before we got here? It's amazing that could go on. Another piece of legislation that's now become a law, authored by Assemblywoman Linda Rosenthal, is one that advises the municipal labor law enforcement services that police officers and peace officers be trained to identify and prevent animal abuse right here in New York City. And what I have done in the past few months is to revitalize what was a state commission that was defunct. It never met, but the people's names were still on it, and it was for the treatment of racehorses after they finished racing. So, as we pause tonight in harmonious celebration, we recognize that there will be more legislation to pass, there will be more issues to confront, there will be more places to look at what is going on with the animals. I have a concern about the horses that ride the carriages around Central Park. There is a certain sort of aesthetic quality to life in New York, but it should not be exacerbated at the behest and the slaughter of some of nature's finest jewels. So, in closing, I just wanted to tell you a little story about when I used to read stories to my son when he was too young to name a dog. And first of all, he figured out when, I guess he was about 2 or 3, that if I could read the story, I couldn't watch him at the same time, so half the time he wasn't present at the end of these stories. So I don't know if he ever really heard the end of this story, but I thought I would tell it to you. It was one of Dr. Seuss's stories, and it was about an animal known as a lorax. And a lorax was known to be loud and lumpy and all shades of grumpy. And a lorax was an environmentalist and was often asked, why are you so curt and why do you speak so much? And a lorax said, I speak for the trees because they have no voice, and I speak for the animals because they have no voice. And so my entreaties to all of you here at the League of Humane Voters is keep speaking. Keep speaking for the wonderful animals that were put on this planet, the wonderful animals who have often been placed in areas to replenish an area that's burned out and abandoned, to give it life again. Those animals who have gone and saved and found the bodies of people thought to be lost forever. Those animals who have been friends to the elderly or the disabled, or anyone that has a couch and would like to sit next to a friendly body from time to time. Those animals who are our friends and they are God's treasures, and you have enhanced their opportunities so much in just a few years. We just didn't see dinners like this years ago. It is really one of the warm and wonderful qualities of the city that all of you who have this correlative interest have band together in a harmonious movement for the protection of the great animals of the city and this country. Thank you for having me, and congratulations.